Hello and welcome to the Sans 10th anniversary fight. Today I'm going to be showing you how to beat it and all the little hidden things inside of the fight. So let's get into it. So an interesting thing about this fight is once you get hit into the corners by the bones, you'll actually lose and you can't lose any other way. So you can see here I go onto the bones, and fun fact, you can go onto the last 4 bones and you'll still make it. Now what you want to do with some of these jumps when you go higher and higher is you want to preferably start on the first one and then kind of build up momentum to the second and third one. The second one you can see I go back and then I jump. Now since you can't actually take damage in this fight, the blue attacks work differently. So how they work is if you're moving, you can't actually, they won't let you move, you just get stuck in it and you get hit off. So you have to stop moving. And now we get to this point where you move when there's no blue attacks, then you want to just jump off the bone preferably, because if it starts to go down then you'll be left behind and then it's quite hard to catch up. And then you want to do the jumps, wait, and then jump again. Now we're on to the jitterbug scene, and this is relatively simple. You just have to jump through the bones and then stop moving as soon as you see a blue bone. See, I also fail here, however it's not the end of the world because you can jump on the bones down below since nothing damages you. Now on to the final attack where you stay in the air for most of the time, or at least you're meant to. However, since nothing damages you, you can still jump on the bones below, however it's just a bit trickier. Now, once you've done that, you get the final scene where Sans runs you over with a forklift, which, fun fact, this was actually seen as to promote a newsletter back in 2024. However, this sprite is coloured. Now, this is what happens if you attack Sans at any point. No matter when it is, it always ends the same. And now we're going to go on what happens if you check him every single time. So it's actually pretty normal at first, you know, it's what you would expect. And now you can see that it's slightly different. Now you can see here, since I'm holding the right button, it's actually keeping the momentum. So even though I'm jumping and I'm going to stop, I don't stop holding the right button. So I have the momentum, so I go through it faster. Also, once you hear him wink, you have to jump over the bone that's coming fast from the left. Now you can see there's a bit more interaction dialogue. And here you can see I jump off the bones once again, way before it has the opportunity of going down, because if so, then you make it a bit harder for yourself. Now this is the most amount of dialogue you get out of this little interaction, and it does the same thing as the mercy button. It's only most people normally going to keep on checking sands. So that's everything this has to offer. When you get hit into the corners, you actually flee, so you can just flee at any time, and then you get this. And if you lose at any point, some of the dialogue will actually change. You can see here, I actually don't get hit at all by the blue bones, and that really helps. So just remember to be patient, especially when there's blue bones, and try not to rush it, because if you do, you can get hit by the blue bones, and then there's a high chance that you will lose or get close to losing. You can see here, I luckily managed to survive not being patient myself. And then if you fail on the final one, there's some more unique dialogue. Now we are approaching our final piece of last dialogue, and that's for if you flee before you get to the final attack. And that was everything I was able to find. Now, I actually haven't looked up other videos myself, so there might be a bunch of stuff I have lost. But if that's the case, just maybe leave a comment and let me know. So yeah, that is it. And this is one of the two things that were actually fully released from the 10th anniversary stream. However, there are more graphics on the same website, so you can also find some of the pixel art used there. So yeah, if you like, consider liking, and if you really liked, please consider subscribing.